Okay, this is 3.8. This is some story problems here. Okay, you're ordering t-shirts from a catalog. The cost of shipping is $6. Each t-shirt costs $15. How many shirts did I order if the cost is $111? So down in the corner, you're going to do one problem on each page. I hate to do that to you, but with story problems, we want to use as much space as possible. So I've got t-shirts and dollars highlighted. So you're going to make 3 boxes, okay? And then outside you're going to make the XY table. Okay, we got to decide which units X, which units Y. We have t-shirts and dollars. Now first let's talk about X, okay? X is normally time, like seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, years, but there's no time in this. I'll tell you what X can't ever be. It can never be the money. So it won't be money, it'll be t-shirts, Y will be money. Now transition those labels, put dollars and t-shirts. Now write per. Put your Y label on top, put t-shirt right there. Now in that problem, what's the cost of a t-shirt? The cost of a t-shirt is $15. So 15 times X. They will all be positives here. Okay. Now go to your table and put 0, 1, 2, then make dots going down. So, Y is the money. What did your money start at before the $15, before they talked about t-shirts? It started at 6. So you put 6, and then when I buy one t-shirt, I add 15. So 6 plus 15 is 21. That's how much one would cost. Then, another t-shirt, I'd add 15 again. 21 plus 15 is 36. Okay, so there's your table. Now make your ladder. So put equals Y. Now the beginning number of the Y is 6. Then plus. What's the number I kept plussing every time? Well, it's over here. It's 15. So 15 times X. So that's your equation. 6 plus 15 times X equals Y. Just copy. You're essentially copying that down. Now, the number at the end, it says $111, so we need to put that in the dollars column. That's why you got to put the labels here, so you know where that goes. That's $1, so it goes in the Y column. So that means this time Y equals 111. So you replace the Y with 111. So 6 plus 15 times X equals 111, and now I can solve for X. Make the wall. You got plus and times right there. We have to take that 6 to a 0. So it's positive 6. So to take it to 0, we go backwards 6. Minus 6 from 111. So 15 times X. And then 111 minus 6 is 115. Now 15 times what's 115? I divide by 15. Or no, that's not 115, it's 105. Okay, 111 minus 6 is 105. Okay, so X equals, then I take 105 divided by 15, and it's 7. So the answer is 7. Go up on your table, that makes sense. Okay, if I buy 2 is 36, if I go all the way down to 7, $111 would make sense. Okay, the cost of the part to repair your bike was $105. The cost of labor was $25 per hour. How many hours did the repair work take if the cost was $180? So hours equals. Okay, but hours again, hours goes with the money, so I need to make the boxes and the table. So you've got dollars and hours. Now, the time unit is my X, so there's a time unit, that'd be hours, that's X, and then Y. Then come over here and place those labels here, so hours and dollars, otherwise that table's going to screw you up, okay? Then go per. The Y label on top, the hour label on bottom. Okay, the dollars per hour amounts 25, so it'd be 25 times X. Now, go to your table and you numbers off 0, 1, 2. Now you can keep going, but 0, 1, 2 is good enough. So, the money. Well, the money starts at $105. That's the first number in the problem. Then every time I go up 1 hour, I add 25. So 105 plus 25 is 130. Then I add 25 again. That's going to be 155. Okay? Then the line equals Y. Now go look at your table. So Y started at 105. Then I started adding a number. The number I kept adding was 25. Okay, so that's going to be 105 plus 25 times X equals Y. Now, it says $180, so we don't put 180 here, we put 180 over here. So it's in the Y column, so that means now in the equation we're going to put Y equals 180. So get rid of your Y, put 180. And you don't need a parentheses because the Y doesn't have any multiplication. So I have 105 plus 25 times X equals 180. Now I can solve for X, okay? So we have plus and times. So I circle the times. We have to get that outside number to 0. So if it's a positive, I don't care what kind of positive it is, we have to go backwards. We have to subtract and subtract. So 25 times X, 180 minus 105 is 75. So 25 times what number is 75? Well, let's divide and find out. Okay, 75 divided by 25 is 3. So 3 hours. So 3. Now actually this makes sense because don't write anything else, okay? Because if I added 25 again in hour number 3, 155 plus 25 is 180, so it'd take 3 hours. Okay, next one. A download service receives a $20 membership fee along with $1.99 per song downloaded. If the users paid $65.75, how many songs have they downloaded? So I need to figure out how many songs. But songs has a relationship to money, so that's 2 units working together. Okay. So box, 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 line. Okay, so the 2 units I have in bold are, as soon as I put one here, dollars and songs. Okay. So dollars, song. Now there's no time unit, but X cannot be money, so X would have to be songs, Y would be money. So per, the Y label on top and the X label on bottom. Now come over here and put XY and just put dollars above Y, songs above X. 0, 1, 2. Alright, so the cost starts at $20, so the money starts at 20. Then after I buy one song, I add an amount, and the dollars per song is going to be $1.99. So $1.99 times X. Okay. So after one song, I add $1.99. And that's $21.99. Then after a second song, I add $1.99 again. So $21.99 plus $1.99 is $23.98. And that goes on, okay? So now I make my ladder. Equals Y at the top. Now on your table, your Y started at 20. Then I started to add a number, $1.99. But I don't know how many times I do that because it keeps going on forever, so times X. So my equation is 20 plus $1.99 times X equals Y. Now solve the problem for the songs. Well, $65.77, that's dollars, so it goes in this column here. Well, that's my Y column, so I put Y equals 65.27. So cross out your Y. You don't need a parentheses because there's no multiplication. Okay, see the X has multiplication, but the Y doesn't. Okay, so 20 plus $1.99 times X equals 65.27. So I'm solving for the X. So I got 20 plus $1.99, but $1.99 times X. So I circle the times, get your 20 to a 0. So it's positive. To go from 20 to 0, I have to go backwards. So subtract 20, then subtract 20 from 65.27. So 65, so this just, the multiplication just carries down. So 65.27 minus 20 is 45.27. Okay, so the wall multiplication, you divide by $1.99. So I take 45.27 divided by $1.99. Remember the decimal on the 1.99. That doesn't, you don't just get rid of that. So it'd be 23. Okay. If you get a decimal, just round it. 23 songs. Okay, an internet installation service charges $50 for installation. A user must pay $30 per month to have internet access. If a member has paid a total of $320, how many months have they been a member? Okay, so months equals. Alright, so we're dealing with dollars and months. Now make, and then X is your months because that's your time, and Y is money. And I make a XY table and put those labels: months for X, money for Y. Okay, then per, dollars per month. It's always the Y label on top of the word per, the X label under it. Okay, Y over X is what I call it. Now the dollars per month we have is 30, so 30 times X. Now make your table. The months go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3. They keep on going, but 0 to 1 to 2 is all you need to write. Now, the money, it starts at $50. Then I start adding. Every time 1 month, I add 30. So 50 plus 30 is 80. Then I add 30. That's 110. Okay. And that keeps on going. If there's a third 3 months, I'd add 30. 4 months, I'd add 30 to that. It just keeps on going on. We cap it later in the problem. Okay, so equals Y. Now look at the Y column on your table. The Y starts at 50. Then I'm adding 30, but I'm adding 30 on and on and on, so times x. Because I don't know how many months there's going to be. So my equation is 50 plus 30 times x equals y. Then cap the table. You put $320 in the dollars column. Well, I got to find out how many months that is. That's the answer to the problem. So y equals 320. So 50 plus 30 times x equals 320. Now I can finally solve for x. So x is on this side of the equals. So 50 plus 30 times x, so I circled the top 30 times x. That positive 50 has to be out of there. So I would subtract 50 from 320. So equals, so you got 30 times x. 320 minus 50 is 270. Then I see times, so to solve it I need to do the opposite, which is divide by 30. Okay, then 270 divided by 30 gives me my answer of 9. Okay, so 9 months. So you put 9 there, so 9 months. Okay, last problem. I'm currently bench pressing 300 pounds. I will be increasing my bench press by 5 pounds per week. How long will it take before I'm bench pressing 350 pounds? So I'm finding how many weeks. Okay. Alright, so pounds. So I got weeks, but weeks is an independent variable related to the pounds. Okay, so I've got pounds and I've got weeks. Which one of those keeps track of time? I think weeks does, so that has to be the x, so put weeks here. And then the pounds is y, so I put pounds here. Then per, you need a rate of change, how the pounds change per week. So per, pounds on top, week on bottom. So the pounds per week is 5 pounds per week. So 5 times x. Now 0, 1, 2. Okay, so the pounds, my pounds start at 300 in the problem. Then I start adding, every time there's 1 week, I add 5. So 300 plus 5 is 305, plus 5, 310, and so forth. Okay, so you make your ladder, equals y. The ladder's all about the y. Well, the y starts at 300. Then I start adding 5. But I add 5 depending on how many weeks there are, so that's why it's 5 times x. Okay, so we have 300 plus 5 times x equals y. Okay. Now, 350 pounds, that's 350 pounds. It goes in the pounds side, so that goes y. So y equals 350. And then we go back and solve for the x. So get rid of your y and put 350. So I have 300 plus 5 times x equals 350. So now I'm going to figure out what x is. So plus and times. So you get your 300 to a 0, so it's positive, so you subtract 300 from the 350 on the other side, so that's 50, and I've still got 5 times x. Now 5 times what's 50? Well, you're going to divide both sides by 5. 50 divided by 5 is 10, okay? So 10 weeks, and also 10 weeks, it takes 10 weeks to get up to 350 pounds.